call the meeting to order of the Buffalo County Commissioners. We'll start with Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, I need a motion to accept the agenda, please.
Make the motion to accept.
Oh, I see. Sorry, Gary. I'll second.
Okay. We need to review and approve the previous commissioner meeting minutes.
And I sent you guys the
Yeah,
copies.
the updates of everything. So
I'm good with them.
Rex, you make a motion to approve them?
Yeah.
Thank you. Danita?
I didn't read them, so I'll second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
I'll second because I'm always in.
If you set the agenda, I would like to add a piece at the end of the executive
Okay.
session.
We have executive session on here, though.
Yeah. After executive.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay, we need to go back. Can we amend?
I'll just put it under my other, is that okay?
sure.
Okay.
Okay. All right. District 3 yearly visit. Lori.
Thank you for having me. There's some paper here. Try to get out once a year and see everybody. And-
Thanks, Rex.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Anita, here's one for you. Thank you. I would just want to start with the one that says 25 regional highlights, if you don't mind. It's the one that's a little more paperwork there.
Okay.
Just kind of give you an idea of what we had going on at our shop last year. There on the first page gives a little bit of background about the planning district. Talks about the different services that we offer and so forth, and some of the special things we do. I was telling Deb we're looking for a finance officer at this point. Not having a lot of luck, so we've got an interview this week. If you know anybody, please send them our way. The next page is kind of just a picture of our agency relationships. I changed it up a little bit from last year. We had a lot of this written out. This is just more of a visual. On the right-hand side, you've got the different state offices we work with, such as DOT, South Dakota Housing, Department of Ag and Natural Resources, Governor's Office of Economic Development. On the left is the federal relationships we try to maintain with EDA, which is Economic Development Administration, USDA Rural Development, FEMA. And down below are just some of the other ones, such as NATO that we are members of, Economic Development Professionals, ABC, Area-Wide Business Councils, our revolving loan fund, we host the SBDC and so forth. We flip to the next page, it talks about regional service highlights. We continue to host the Small Business Development Center, which is a free service for people that are maybe looking to start a business, sell a business, expand a business, transfer to the next generation, you name it. Free, confidential. We have people on staff that do that. So if you've got anybody that can use that service, please don't hesitate to tell them to give us a call. We continue to administer the ARPA money that came out here during COVID. We're almost down to the end. That has to all be dispersed by December of 26. So I think we're in pretty good shape. We're sticking with our members and keeping them up to date on where they're at with the timelines and so forth. I think it's going pretty well. We do help a lot of folks with SAM, which is System for Award Management. Anybody that's getting federal money has to have a SAM registration. We do that for free. There are people that are out there that will charge you to do that. So don't ever pay to send folks our way. Doesn't matter if it's an individual or an entity, we'll help them with that.
What kind of federal money?
It could be grant money of any sort. Anytime, like the counties have to have a SAM registration, the communities, if you're a development corporation, getting any sort of federal funding. And then if you're contracting, if you're a private business that's contracting with the government, they have to have registrations too, so SAMs. Yeah. So send them our way. We continue to work with DOT. We're hosting the STIP meeting again in June. It's June 23rd at our office there in Yankton. And the GIS guys continue to do the right-of-way and road inventory. They're working on that now, the annual updates. Last year, we wrote 47 funding applications, and 21 were approved as of now. Some of those will probably be filtering in because the awards haven't been made yet and some of that stuff. But over 7.7 million in money, financial assistance coming in.
But how much money did we not, we got awarded grants, but yet those grants got cut back. There was a few of those too.
I don't know.
Like our community garden, our community food one.
Yeah, yep, that, right.
That was a couple million now.
That was, right, we, and that would have probably been reflected like in a grant we got the prior year, because last year we were out here, that was on my list, talking about that and really pushing that, and that all went away with the change in the administration, unfortunately. But I would tell you that if there are people that are doing businesses that are food, we could still help them from the SBDC standpoint, or a regional revolving loan fund. So, yeah.
Meat process.
Yeah, and speaking of the revolving loan fund, it's called Area-Wide Business Council. We did 10 loans for almost 1.3 million in that last year. And then we did 3 of our meat and poultry loans, which is money specifically for meat and poultry processing, and you have to have certain licensing. But we got 2 different grants of that. The first one is completely spoken for. And so that's good. We're working on our second one. The beauty part of that is once it goes out and revolves back in, we can use it for other things in the food chain, not just processing. It could be like grocery stores and things like that. So anything in the food chain.
We got that out of the emergency management, like the tornadoes and I'm trying to think, Wessington Springs. Remember Wessington Springs? We helped homes and.
Yeah, you mean with the disaster
Yeah,
funding?
yeah.
Yes, yep. We continue to get a lot of interest in the Governor's House program. We sent out over 80 packets of information on that, and there were 15 in our region that were sold. There was kind of a big time lag on those. It's starting to get shorter. I think it's down to about 18 months now. So getting better. It was over 2 years, up to almost 3 years at one point. So that's getting better.
Well, is that because we have fewer prisoners?
I don't know. That's a good question.
More deports?
Maybe they're working them more. I don't
I
know.
don't know. It seemed like we were doing pretty good there for a while.
Yeah. Let's see, what else here? We do a lot of assistance with members and non-members on Next Gen 911. That gets kind of the same stuff you guys are talking about here.
911.
Yep. And then a lot of the GIS work that the guys do with county websites and whatnot. Keep very busy with that. We have 2 people on staff doing that. And then like Danita said, we lost that funding for the North Central Regional Food Business Center. But we're still operating under our current SEDS, which is Economic Development Strategy. And our 3 main goals are growing a skilled workforce, supporting vibrant, healthy, resilient communities, and expanding the economy through ag and business development. So we're always trying to keep those 3 big goals in mind with the work that we're out doing. And they're general enough that we pretty much have a good report for EDA whenever that comes around. But bottom line is, we're your organization. We're here to help you. We don't know what you need unless you call us and tell us. So don't ever be afraid to reach out. If it's a question, maybe if we can't do it, we'll connect you to the right people that can. So
And it doesn't cost us anything.
right now, yeah, you guys are don't pay any membership fee. So that's
And some of that membership fee is kind of high.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, city and county.
right. For 26, I guess we're, the things that we kind of have hot burner items, John and Shannon are gonna do about 6 PD plan updates. I know you guys, Buffalo County is on for the first half of 27.
Okay.
So, we're working our way through the 15 counties. You guys are first half of 27. That'll be coming up. Community Development Block Grant, typically we're gearing up for that in April application round. However, this year, GOED isn't gonna, they're only gonna do one application round in November. So I think they had to wait on HUD money and then they have to go through a plan and whatnot, so everything got pushed back a little bit. There is brownfield money available out there. You know, that's like for slum and blight, if it's a building that needs to be taken down, old gas stations, that type of thing. FEMA money's gonna continue to be a struggle. That's just the way it is. I think they are partially operating under a shutdown right now. And then I would just tell you that I think a while back I was here talking about our new planner getting up and going. It's been great. She does a great job, and hopefully she'll be taking over some of the planning stuff that Eric used to do, with housing studies and different comprehensive plans. So we were on a pause a little bit with that for a while, but that's back up and running. So yeah, don't be afraid to call, because I feel like we're outside of our finance office, our planning staff is full staffed and have a lot of knowledge.
Try to name some applications for her. Yeah.
For what?
For our finance.
We are interviewing a person on Thursday. But it's been hard. It's been really hard. This is a new grad. So we'll see, but he's kind of from the area, so maybe he'll stick around, yeah. In the back of this, it's just kind of some information and some historical information on kind of more of our specialty stuff. It talks about historically how many governor's houses have been sold, and then current year, the Apex services, the Small Business Development Center at the bottom. On the blue page behind that is our revolving loan fund and the meat and poultry loans, and then the GIS activities on the back page. The yellow sheet, the single sheet, I updated this a little bit this year. It used to come out and had everything we'd ever done. Just a lot of resources and paper and printing. So I said to Jen, let's just go down to a one page for each county. You'll see on there the PDM plan that got approved for you folks that John will be continuing to work on. Otherwise, not a lot going on. Of course, all of the GIS stuff that we do as far as 911 assistance and website and rural addressing, but we could sure be doing more stuff for you. We just need to
PDM plan
pre-disaster mitigation.
for now.
You have to have a plan in place, because then if a disaster declaration happens and you want to apply for money, maybe there's flooding or tornado, as long as you have a plan, you can apply.
You got your plan.
Yep.
You fall back on your
Yep.
plan.
So
And that emergency manager, right?
When we have one here.
But there's a dual one. I think it's something like that. Like there's an extensive one that he has to do that you guys have that are like those secret ones or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And then the normal people that can see the other ones.
Yeah.
So I don't know what those are called. What are they called?
And one of them he brought is a pre-disaster mitigation plan.
Okay.
He just had to update that because his coordinator hire about him requires it every year.
sure.
So
Yeah.
that would have been 2 months ago, I think he brought that.
They're in a different district.
Okay.
That's the,
Yeah, and I know that there'll be some meetings required with this, so John will be reaching out at some point, but probably not until late this year if he's looking at getting you guys in early 27. It's a 5-year cycle. So we do everybody, we try to do with 15 counties, 5 counties each year for 3 years, then we're good for a couple years, then we start over again, so.
we're really hoping for another USDA loan. Or that one that we got before, the roof. So
Yeah.
the roof will be done here whenever they can come.
And-
And that grant was done through
Yeah.
District 3, and then myself, and then USDA. And
Right.
then,
And that would have probably been, that's not on here because it was probably a year, I think we
Right.
were talking about it last
Yeah.
year.
and so, and we're hoping that there's more money that can come through that we could.
I know
update
they
some
have
things.
money, they're, I hate to say it, but they're not the easiest to work with.
No,
So-
that's the worst.
Lately.
It is hard, yeah. And sometimes they have loan money, but not grant money, and you have to get in at the right time. And
Agricultural money is different type of money than government.
Yeah.
I'm figuring that out really quick.
yeah, like when under USDA, there are tons of sub departments, and the ag gets, they definitely get a stronger nod than the development side. So, but it is what it is.
So the only other one that I can think of that we haven't updated lately was that map one, or roads map. Cause isn't that like every 5 years too, or something like that?
Well, I know Harry's doing stuff now, like he would have sent out paperwork, probably a packet to you, maybe, I don't know.
I get a packet, just
Or maybe you,
the town.
Okay.
All it was just DM Valley.
this, there's the
Just the
incorporated, okay, yeah.
Just
Because
got
we
that
went
for a week
through, I don't know, when we first got all of this extra money for the roads, okay? We had to do a plan. Can't remember what that was, because that enabled us to be able to get this extra money.
Would that have been like the 5-year plan maybe that we do?
Yeah,
every
and that's
year?
what and that's when we had to designate secondary roads and all that. And now would be a good time, if you want to change some of that, now would be a good time to get that taken care of. That's all I'm saying, but it's like, I don't know, 3-4 years. It isn't that whole 5-year plan.
And I can have Harry reach out too and make sure, because I know that they just did a big mailing to update that type of stuff. But I think, I don't know if it goes to road districts, it goes to
Sure.
a lot of different entities, but
Yeah,
I can have
probably
it
come to the auditor.
make sure that you get the right stuff.
Because that money has definitely come in very handy for us. That was something we never had before.
So, you guys have any questions for me?
Just that we're gonna try to do something with 911.
Yeah.
Over on the west side there.
Okay.
Get some of those numbers up on those homes. Make it a little easier for them to understand. We try to do that in correlation with elections, all voting stuff. So
Okay, yep.
Trying to get Harry to give me some maps.
I would
or
say
some
you just call, because we
Well,
don't
you
know.
know I do.
We-
You know I do,
You have to call, otherwise we don't know, so,
Right.
yeah.
but I really appreciate what all you guys have done for us.
Well, we're happy to do it.
Hanging in there with 911 for us, even though we're not there yet, we're close, you know. I mean, we're closer than what we are.
Well, that's good.
Appreciate it.
Just gotta keep chipping away at it.
Well, Tommy says he's gonna take his landline off too, so no more direct calls, which I thought was kind of funny. But thanks for,
Yeah, thank you for having me, thank you for your
Yes.
time, and
Thank
like I
you.
said, just if you need something, you have to give us a ring. All right, thanks so much.
There was nobody in public comment.
Okay.
so where did we sell those governor homes at?
Where? They're going. What's that?
The ones that we sold this past year, where did they go this year? Housing development.
We had 15, and they're pretty much spread out. What we found with those now is a lot of development corporations are buying them to start up like housing development. The thing though that's happening with Mitchell now is they bought a bunch of them, probably 6. And it takes a while to get them there. But then the ultimate people that are living in them and purchasing them from the development corporations you have to be eligible. And that's where it's getting tough, because they buy them, they put a garage on them, they put them on a basement, and then that drives the price up. And then people that are income eligible can't afford to make,
That was the whole purpose of starting it, because those people that did that to begin with didn't have enough money to get started.
Yes.
So now
Right.
they're
Now,
taking
we're-
advantage.
We're circling
Taking
around,
advantage, yeah.
yeah. So I think that they're gonna have to slow down with that, because they're not getting them
It'd
sold.
be nice if we could do some more workforce training out other areas. I mean, we know there's a housing shortage,
The cost went up quite a bit in the last.
On the houses, it goes up every year. We're gonna expect another increase probably in about April, so. And sometimes
What's the rough cost of them now?
I think we were just talking about this in Sanborn County. The 2-bedroom ones, I think, are about 86,000, and the 3-bedroom ones, I think, are about 96.
and that's not the foundation. that's
Right.
No,
the
right.
house.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then the income guidelines are based on the family size that's going into it.
We also have a little,
If somebody wanted to look at all your stuff, could they go to District 3 on your website? to
Yeah,
see all that
Teresa
stuff?
Kokesh is the one who does our Governor's House program. And we just basically take applications and get people qualified, and then they go up through South Dakota Housing.
And all that information's on your website.
Yeah. Yep, it's connected. If you go under housing, yeah,
Okay.
so, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yes, you're welcome. Thank you guys so much.
There was no public input Wes, you're up, highway superintendent.
Fuel bids, Ed called and wanted if we wanted any more number one. I said no, so if it gets full, it's my fault. So we just got ethanol 275 and number two died 306.
Okay,
21 bid.
can I get a motion to accept the bids?
Yes. Make a motion.
Janita,
Awesome.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay,
We're kind of getting back to our regular maintenance or routine, weather's allowing that. Getting some of that equipment ready because we want to get in front of it with the retrieving. And then get the truck ready. I want to start graveling from that 5 miles from your road up.
I'll tell you what, that little road grader you have, or whatever it was that you sent up my way this morning.
Yeah.
That guy does kind of clips right along here, doesn't he?
Usually it's my slow one.
Oh, I'll tell you what, I was going 50 miles up that hill. And I couldn't figure out who he was. And Barker came this way. So it wasn't you guys. I figured it was you guys.
Yeah. I sent Joe up there.
Yeah, he's clipping right along.
If the weather holds, next week we want to start hitting that. So we can leave a payloader at the pit and get that done right away. So yeah, other than that, the days we were too cold, the ground was froze, we cut a lot of trees. A lot of trees in these ditches have been hauled out. Back to business. The only thing new, talked with Arlen this morning, he did get a call from the tower people, the antenna's in. So there's gonna be 2 climbers, they go up it, and looking at whatever weather they look at, because the wind's up there. We're thinking they'll be out Saturday or Sunday.
okay.
And they,
Now, what's
they'd be
this?
able to get in. So you could be around or
What do we get?
somebody can unlock them.
The tip of the tower broke off. And Deb sent it in insurance is covered, the new pieces. So, yeah,
So that should hopefully my
It's
next
just an
week.
antenna sticks up there.
so,
Time.
We had strong enough winds. Probably been up there for years.
so,
Yeah, just you can see where it must have a weak point where it was mounted to the tower itself, the antenna, and it was cracked and then it blew away. They found it, but it was pretty rough. But no, otherwise it's just normal stuff. And like I said, if you guys are fine with it, I want to get pretty aggressive retrieving early this spring if we don't get a bunch of rain.
I pray we do.
I hope we can't do that much of it. Yeah.
So, okay,
That's all I have.
There were 3 hospitalizations and I gave those, they're up with you. There's the hospitalizations right there. There's 2 new ones and then there's that one that's a cumulative if they keep asking for all of the money. So, but it's none that we're gonna be able to would pay. So I just, if somebody wants to see it, maybe after the meeting, any of the commissioners could look up there if they want to see it.
Okay.
And then with legislative audit, with everything that went, they suggested that we do a form like this now.
mhm.
So everybody should have it in their packet, and I kept a couple out there. So it's page 8B, if you want to look. But so what this shows is, right here is all of Janice's part. This is all of my part. Those 2 have to match. But we've always done that. What we hadn't been doing was we both sign off.
Mhm.
So we just made this form, so you'll see Janice signed it and I have signed it that said, yes, this is accurate and true. So I'll just be doing it that way from now on and putting it in here. There were 6 register of deeds, but I have not presented it to the treasurer yet. It has been really crazy in the treasurer's office the last couple days. So it's sitting there waiting to go into her office, but it's been kind of crazy.
License plates.
Lots of that and yeah, mainly license plates and taxes. So taxes are, so. So I did the register of deeds, elections. I'm suggesting everybody that, so if they call and ask any questions, we have that on our website. So if anybody is questioning where they're at, where are they supposed to vote, this or that, everything's on our portal.
Or even if they're
So-
registered.
If they're registered, they just want to see what, yep. So everything should be on there. If there's a discrepancy, I'm gonna ask people to just email it to me or write it down so that I have documentation, why and if I'm changing anything. That's required by the state, so. You know, do you just want me to go to 9 and then you guys can go to executive session?
Yeah.
Okay, so then number 9 on here, so I'm done with that part. The 2025 annual report, I just need to present it to you guys, so I've given it all to you. It will go into the newspaper. If you guys see it and approve it, I guess I don't need approval, but I would still like approval from all the commissioners to look at it, say you've looked at it, and approve it, if I could do that. It's last year's stuff, so,
Yeah, it's as of December 31st.
correct. So you'll see at the top of it is your beginning balance of last year and then
Right.
the end of the year. So that's your main thing that you're gonna wanna look at is those 2 lines. So you'll see the highway is up and we're down, but it's pretty close.
Can I get a motion to accept the annual report?
Yes.
Thank you, Rex.
So then this, what'll happen now is you guys will sign it and say yes to it. It'll get to the newspaper twice. And so then there'll be another option to be able to discuss it again if there's some
So
major
the motion
problem.
is to accept, right?
Right,
Yeah.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you. Okay, Dave, did you want to talk in executive session or did you have something for us?
I would like to bring Janice in here in executive session.
Okay, okay. If you'll excuse us, we'll go into executive session at 1:31, and I'll go get Janice.
Where's your sling?
Got rid of it February 6th. Sometimes I do. February 6th.
Look out.
She's finishing up with a customer. She's finishing up. with a customer.